Hi everyone, thanks for dropping by my YouTube channel today. On my workbench this evening, I have Mark's Breckwell brand analog pellet stove controller. Mark sent me this one because he was having a lot of problems with it. Namely, he could not get the green light at the very top to come on. He had no controls of the fans. The auger manual feed would work, and the high fan would come on when he pressed the high fan button, but beyond that he was getting no functionality. I've received the controller, I've done some troubleshooting on it. Now I'm ready to do a final test on it to show that everything is fully functional. I have Mark's controller connected to my tester, and my tester is made up of a few items. The first is a faceplate where I mount the controller onto. Behind the faceplate I have an auger motor, and the shaft for that auger motor comes out the front, and I have a small decal on that shaft, so when the motor spins you'll see the decal spin as well. In the back I have 4 light bulbs. The first one simulates the igniter on the stove, the second one the combustion fan, the third the auger motor, and the convection or room fan. So those will come on depending on what the controller calls for. This controller does have the capability of turning on an igniter, so in this instance we will see the igniter light come on. We'll test that functionality as we go along. It's now time to turn the controller on, so I'll do that by turning the switch on, and we see 2 lights have come on, one for the combustion fan and one that simulates the convection or room fan. Let me place a shade in front of the lights so that it can hide some of the light reaching the camera and prevents it from turning the image too dark. So as I noted, we have 2 lights that are on, the combustion fan and the igniter. A couple of tests we can do right now is for the high fan. As we can see, it's kind of dim right now because I have it on low. If I go to high, we see the intensity of the light bulb go brighter. That indicates that the fan motor itself would be running faster. The other thing I can check right now is a low BCD max switch. As I rotate through that, we again see the intensity of the light bulb change at the far end. As I say on all controllers of this kind, D, E, and max are all connected together, so the intensity there does not really change. It flickers, but it doesn't change. So low, B, C, D, E, max. So that D, E, and max are wired together in the controller, so that should not change. So that's functional. The last thing I can do in manual mode is manual feed. That will cause the auger light to come on. We'll hear the auger motor behind here spin, and we'll see the decal spin. So let's do that now. So those are all the manual functions of the controller. As we saw, we tested them all and everything is fine. And we still don't have a green light at the top here. So that's the way the controller should work. With all of the manual functions tested, it's now time to go into automatic mode. To do that, we have to press on the auger button at the front here, and that will cause a couple things to happen. First, a timer on the circuit board will start counting, and that will count when the first instance of the auger drive to come on will be. It will also turn on the green light at the front here. Finally, I noted earlier that this controller is capable of driving an igniter to start the fire. That happens when I press the auger button as well. So let me press the auger button, and we see the green light has come on the top, but when I release the auger button, we see that the igniter lamp has come on. So that provides power to the igniter, it'll start heating up, and eventually it will cause the fire to start. I'll note at this time that I've already tested the 10-minute auger timer cycle, and that is functioning correctly. What we just saw there was a quick turn of the auger. We'll see another one shortly. And that's the first cycle, another one. That's the first cycle in low position. So we see that the controller is now able to cause the auger drive to function automatically. One more cycle. The next thing we can do is switch the auger drive to maximum, and that will cause the auger to drive longer, and notice how that drove for a longer period of time, and the interval between events will be shorter. So we should see another one shortly. There it is. Long drive, short off. So with that being the final test, I'm going to go back to low, After this next cycle, I'll go back to low. There it is, a long drive. Let me go back to low, and we'll see that we have to wait a longer period of time before it comes on again, and when it does come on, it'll be a short drive duration. There we are. So Mark, I'm going to turn this off. Mark, I want to thank you very much for sending me your controller. I'm going to package it up and return it to you now. For all you other viewers, if you have a pellet stove controller of your own, whether it's a Breckwell brand, Quadrifire, USSC, and you have a service need for it, please feel free to contact me. I'd be more than happy to talk to you about it and see what we can do to help you out. In the meantime, I hope you'll take a few seconds to give this video a thumbs up, and if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. Thanks everyone. Bye-bye.